Well, I'm Tyrone and I'm originally from Washington, D.C., born in Baltimore, but spent the majority of my life in Washington, D.C. Graduate of Dunbar High School, which is by far one of the most famous athletic high school institutions in the United States, known for its basketball primarily, but we've had quite a few individuals come out in football. While there, I played 5 sports. So I had an opportunity to really generate some camaraderie with a lot of guys who were pretty good athletes. Several of them went on to play professionally, let alone there were those who had opportunities to win national championships in football and basketball. While there, I had an opportunity to box, play football, and of course play on the tennis team. None other than the other sports that I played as well, I had a chance to meet a lot of great people. I left Dunbar and went to Northern Michigan University in Marquette, Michigan. From there, I transferred after the first year and attended Alabama State University. Now, I am the athletic director with Georgia Prep Sports Academy. In addition to those duties, which I've held for the past year, I've worked with the National Alliance of African American Athletes, which is out of Baltimore, Maryland. And so my work with the National Alliance of African American Athletes has certainly allowed me to be prepared with the work I do with the Georgia Prep Sports Academy. And those things in my experiences with Georgia Prep Sports Academy and with the National Alliance of African American Athletes are indicative of my entrepreneurial spirit. I've been classified essentially as a serial entrepreneur. But I've had opportunities not only to do work at Georgia Prep Sports Academy and work that prepared me to do that work successfully through the National Alliance of African American Athletes, but I've had opportunities to do work with a number of professional athletes as a consultant, primarily in marketing, promotions, and public relations. Great opportunities that I've had around the United States, and I've even had an opportunity to travel abroad throughout Asia. I've had the opportunity to go to Vietnam and spend some time there and understand the manufacturing process of clothing, which was another business venture of mine, where I own Favorite Underwear. And Favorite was an athletic product that I had put together as a result of my experiences in the sports world that was primarily for men who had athletically built bodies, but essentially always found themselves buying underwear 1 and 2 sizes larger. So I custom designed underwear to fit men who had those unique body types. And I found out, funny, through a lot of the men's girlfriends and wives, that they liked the underwear just as much because of the comfort and the feel that they felt that they needed and deserved when they slept or walked around the house. So I've had some experiences in my life that certainly one would write about, which is an upcoming book. I had the opportunity to travel to the United States with Alicia Keys. I did marketing for her. And the opportunity that presented itself there allowed me to meet a lot of people in the music industry, but a good friend of mine as a kid who had been working for Alicia for the past 18 years afforded me the chance to meet her and her manager, which allowed me that chance to travel and to do that marketing And that marketing pretty much was very unique, in which we did after parties and walkthroughs and all type of events to take advantage of her brand value. And trust me, she is a woman who has worked very, very hard for her brand, and she takes it very serious. And just that experience with her allowed me to see the work behind the scenes that people put forth in order to become the superstars that they are. And the NBA and the gentlemen that I have met in the NBA, Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe, Allen Iverson, John Doran. I mean, I've had an opportunity to meet, of course, Muggsy Bogues, because he's from the DC area, and most of the guys that I mentioned are Georgetown graduates. But I've had an opportunity to meet Joe Smith, to know him when he was coming out of high school. Dominique Wilkins, when he first entered the NBA, going back in the day. And a host of individuals when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was walking around Washington, D.C., Wilt Chamberlain when he was living. I've just had a wonderful and beautiful opportunity to meet a lot of professional athletes that I saw behind the scene who were family men, who loved their mamas, loved their kids, did all of the things that they wanted to do in life, but always had a preservation and a respect and an admiration for their communities, and always asked the question, what is it that I can do to help somebody from my community? So with that said, where do I go from here? Right now I'm teaching, and I teach ACT prep classes, math classes, chemistry classes, biology classes. I'm very well rounded in understanding what makes the world go around. I understand just enough to give young men and young women an opportunity to understand that there's a lot of potential if they just look at themselves in the mirror and understand the reality of I can do anything that I choose to do. It's all in my mind.